Earlier this week, investigative reporter Mike Pearlstein revealed the former director of the city's juvenile jail made almost $37,000 in just 1 month as a consultant for Sheriff Susan Hudson.
Well, that came after Mike exposed some problems at the center under Webster's 3-year tenure. Webster has never given an interview, but today he called the media because he said he wanted to break his silence. So Mike joining us now with exactly what did happen.
Well, we came armed with many questions for Webster, but he was a no-show. Instead, one of his supporters, the Bishop Tom Watson, addressed our questions mostly by dodging them. This email to Channel 4 announced a press conference today entitled Dr. Kyshun Webster takes action to defend himself.
And I want to be quoted as saying, I believe there's a modern-day lynching of Dr. Kyshun Webster happening with the media.
That was Bishop Tom Watson defending Webster. But when we asked for Webster himself, as we have been throughout several controversies over several months, here's the answer we got. Why isn't Kyshun Webster here? We've been trying for months.
Oh, let me give you some news.
For months.
Let me give you some news. If you're open, he is willing starting next week to do one-on-one interviews with guys like you.
Watson said the media was unfair in its reporting about Webster, his nonprofit education program that was red flagged in a federal audit over missing money, his reported absenteeism and heavy-handed leadership at the juvenile jail, and his recent lucrative 1-month gig at the adult jail. If he was doing such a good job at JJIC, why did the mayor write a letter of termination for Kyshun Webster?
Well, I think it's unfair for you to bring that question up, but I'll try to respond to it. Number one, the mayor wrote the letter. All right? So you can't bring that question to me because I didn't write the letter.
Now, as we have reported many times, that letter mysteriously was never delivered. Instead, Webster was allowed to take a leave of absence from the city, and he continued to collect his $140,000 a year salary up until he showed up at the sheriff's office and his inauguration, and for a month with a lucrative gig with Susan Hudson.
All right, I have a feeling there's more to come on that as well. Thank you, Mike.